Segment Arba, Nikud Shalosh, Nikud Aleph. Lo le'olam yishkav. Lo le'olam yishkav. You learned in Module Arba Nikud Achat how to describe how a group will behave. And now we'll learn how to describe how an individual will or will not behave. We'll focus on third masculine singular forms. So the meaning of these verbs will be he will, followed by whatever is the content of the verb. Notice in the heading, lo yishkav, he will not lie down. As is described in the paragraphs before you, you will find that these third masculine singular of the yiktol, the he will conjugation, begins with a yod as a prefix. It resembles the plural forms that we studied earlier. So you find a yod prefix in yishkavu, they will lie down. Now we have yishkav, he will lie down. In contrast to the plural forms, however, we'll be omitting the shurik. Another feature to observe is that typically these he will, third masculine singular forms, will supply a cholam as what we call the theme vowel, that is, the vowel that appears after the second shoresh consonant, also known as the second radical. Watch for this cholam as theme vowel. You see it in the verb yichrot, yichrot, he will cut. By reviewing the list of verbs that you see before you, you can get a sense of how these sound as they employ a cholam as theme vowel. Practice saying them. Yachshov, yachshov. Yichrot, yichrot. Yimloch, yimloch. Yipol, yipol. Ya'avod, ya'avod. Ya'amod, Ya'amod, Yishmor, Yishmor. Keep in mind each one of these means he will, followed by whatever is the intent of the specific verb. Now please notice that not all verbs use a cholam vowel as theme vowel. In fact, the verb selected for the heading uses a patach instead. Yishkav, he will lie down, does not employ a cholam as theme vowel, but a patach. Others will find using a tzere, as in yered, he will descend, and yeshev, he will sit or dwell. Some verbs employ a shurik, as in yamut, he will die. Let's take a look at the corresponding appendix section to see more examples of verbs that employ a theme vowel other than cholam for third masculine singular. Here then is the appendix portion for Arba, Nikud Shalosh, Nikud Aleph. The first group lists verbs which employ either a kametz or a patach as theme vowel. Among these are verbs which have a guttural in the third position. Gutturals prefer an A-class vowel, and that is why we find a kametz or patach in verbs such as yimtza and yishma. Three other verbs preferring a patach theme vowel include yochal, yuchal, and yishkav. A tzere theme vowel is preferred by yered and yeshev. These are both first yod verbs. Halach behaves as if it were a first yod verb, and so is pronounced yelech, yelech. Natan is another verb employing a tzere as theme vowel, yitain, yitain. Bear in mind that each one of these verbs has the meaning he will, followed by whatever is the intent of the specific verb. Take a moment to read the footnote at the bottom of this page, which gives some information concerning stative verbs, a verb that describes a state of being rather than describing an action. Take a moment to look this over. Notice how hollow verbs form the theme vowel. Also notice the comates serving as prefix vowel, not a hirik. So instead of yod hirik as prefix, with these hollow verbs we consistently find yod comates. Yavo, yavo, yamut, yamut, yasur, yasur, yakum, yakum, and yasim, yasim. When it comes to verbs whose third radical is a yod or hey, we find that the last vowel is a segol, followed by the hey. Notice then, yivke, yivke, yihye, yihye, yichye, yichye, yir'e, yir'e, and yishte, yishte. Please review these verbs, focusing especially on those verbs which employ a cholam as the theme vowel, as you see on this page.